my e-learning project, what I wanted to do was basically give a thing called intelligence of who I am, which is basically the title of my project. Which intelligence am I? Now, the overall premise of this is to get people to understand Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence with understanding between the difference between linguistic and interpersonal. So there are four slides to kind of give people a presentation about who I am. So the first slide that we're going to look at is just a vivid pictures of me. What I want to do was I want to make people kind of take a wild guess of who I am. Now, during the beginning of this video, you'll get a nicer introduction about which states. Welcome to Gardner's theory of linguistics and interpersonal intelligence. I kind of gave a brief overview with black colors and the simple background of white coloring to kind of make it all move smoothly. Didn't want to do nothing too flashy, nothing too bright, nothing too broad. Just want to make it very, very centered and very straight to the point. And then also what I did for this, I just kind of gave about what we're talking about, which is basically the Gardner theory and a little bit of understanding how those theories are how they connected and trying to make them more, to figure out who they think who I am. In the midst of this, I gave a small little summary about what this theory is, which basically is believe that intelligence have its own personal background based on experience. Now, what I also did was because there's multiple theories about this. But what I did, I wanted to focus on the intrapersonal and the linguistic. Now, the intrapersonal one is the one that helps people understands about, who they are and what they want from themselves. Versus a linguistic person is basically finding ways to express what they mean. So I kind of gave the learner basically like a guideline to instead of just focusing on all of them, we're going to narrow it down to the two. In the second slide, there's a small little brief little video about me, basically who I am. And what I wanted to do was for the learner and the person to really just kind of dive in of who I am. So what I did was basically in the previous slide, in slide one, kind of give you a brief overview of what we're doing. Slide two, kind of give you the example. So you kind of have stuck on which one you think I am. Uh, in slide three, what I did was just basically after the video. Now, I want you to base on the video what you saw, based on everything from the video details, my character, my demeanor, everything about me. What I want to do was I wonder which one that you were. So I gave you two questions based on that, on the two topics that we're talking about on the e module. Kind of, okay, which one am I? Am I the linguistic one or I am the intrapersonal one? So I made it more, I made it more tricky because I made it more to the point of you had to narrow which one I really am. Then in conclusion, I gave the results with a thumbs up to give everybody positive feedback. Now, at the bottom of it, I did kind of verbalize, hey, if you guess that I am the intrapersonal one, then correct. But in positive reinforcers or something that we do these days, what I did was basically say if they didn't get it right, hey, they still get credit because I mean they took the time to get to know me and they got the time to really understand who I am. And then what I did was kind of explain what I am, what I understand, who I am, and what I want to do with my life. And then I also thank them for participating in this opportunity. What I did was for this slide was basically I want to make it personal. I didn't want it to be very narrow, straight to the point. I want to be, hey, thank you for getting to know me and thank you for actually understanding me. Um, so what I want to do is kind of share you my screen or just share you the actual e-learning module to kind of give you a better view of it. So with this e-module, as I said before, now you're not taking a bigger, broader view of all of this. What I did was I made everything simple. I didn't want big, flashy backgrounds, movable parts. I want to make this more very intricate. I want to make this more very personal. I want to make this e-learning to the point where we're getting to know each other. So I use the simple things of black and white. I made my words black to kind of just really stick out. I didn't want no bright colors. I didn't want to be, hurtful to the eyes because there are certain colors that during out this project, I've kind of learned that certain colors they do kind of blend in with the background, and there are particular colors that could hurt someone's eyes. So what I did, I kind of make it simple and black. I gave you a nice little picture of me so that way, as you hear the video and you hear me talking, you kind of get an understanding of who I am. This is a video of the project right here. This is a video of me, of my little becoming a professor, and just kind of want to just spread my joy of actually want to become a professor and really am just jumping to the fact that this is a dream goal of mine. And based off of this dream goal, what kind of intelligent person that I am. Now, after you get through watching the video, there are the questions. Now, the correct answer is, I kind of make the questions very simple. There's a splash of green with a little bit of black background to kind of emphasize like you can't skip on to the next question and go back. Like you have to literally answer that question before you move on to the next slide. And then also, gave them two options. I didn't want to make it multi-questionable and make it very much okay, tricky questions. I want to know, based off of the information that I gave you, based on the video that was given, which one you think I am. Now, at the bottom of this, this is the guy. This is the only thing that I want to stand up. I kind of want this picture to stick out to actually give like a positive reinforcer to basically just say, hey, whether you got it right or wrong, you still did a good job and you still participated in my little experiment to get to know who I am. What I did for this picture back here, have a picture of a guy giving a thumbs up. Barry, I wanted him to basically give a smile to basically if you got it wrong, congratulations. Don't worry about it. You still give an effort for trying. And if you did get it right, hey, thank you for jumping on the same bandwagon as everyone else. Uh I wanted to, like I said, this e-learning project was a simple thing of combining who I am and letting the people know who I am in a sense of based off a theory of intelligence by experience. So, with that being said, this is my e-learning project that was created through Adobe Captive Classic. There's a lot for this program that I just can't express. This program has literally really give creativity a whole new name. It pushes the envelope of just being just a simple project. Uh, Captivated Classic gives that person, give the learner the creativity to basically not just only to create their own space, but actually figure out how you want to implement each plan, how long you want a particular video to be, how you want a particular subject, various tools to kind of help bring the idea that you have in your head of what you want as a project to be presented. So